Hi guys, I'm just chilling in my living room today, watching a bit of TV, as you do, and welcome to Wrestling Fan Open Mic Night. It's night time somewhere in this world that may be, and breaking news, 59 of you guys have hit that subscribe button. Thank you ever so much. Keep subscribing, keep enjoying what I bring to you, and I bring you honesty towards professional wrestling, whatever topic it may cross my mind at the time of recording. Now, I just want to say to you guys is that I did a video on this on TikTok only last night, and the amount of response I actually got, and people didn't realize it themselves. Right? All this true promo work that WWE's been putting out for numerous days now has led towards a ticket, 2 night ticket combo pricing and so on like that. And that's left a lot of fans deflated with the organization, even though they're still going to watch the product. Now, the thing is, with the product at the moment, it's not interesting me going back to watch it. And that's just me being honest with you. Because they are missing an opportunity to promote LA Knight in that type of picture towards Saturday Night Main Event, which is the living proof why I talked about it in my previous upload. And are they missing a step on purposely? Because we're going to that Daniel Bryan scenario that we actually had leading up to WrestleMania 30. Could we actually have that materialize that way? I feel like it's going to be a lot longer than that because with that vignette package with all the shoes and so on like that, you look at this, right? You look at who's on the poster. You got Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, name that is forbidden and should be from WWE completely. Then you got Roman Reigns. Then you got CM Punk. Then you got Triple H on the poster. Why? I don't know. Are you hinting that he's coming as an on-screen character like Mr. McMahon? I mean, like Vince McMahon did with Mr. McMahon. If that actually happens that way, that would be an interesting dynamic for the likes of the WWE to do that sort of twist going forward. But could Triple H pull it off? Because I feel like, honestly, he could do a lot better than the Raw general manager or the SmackDown general manager at the moment. And that's just me being honest because I've seen no end of people since Crown Jewels say the weekly product's been a bit lackluster, bit flat, bit boring, and so on like that. And that's another hit for WWE with the inconsistency that I've been saying here on YouTube as well as TikTok, that they are lacking consistency. You know, they're not latching on what fans like. You know, they put me and Event Jey Uso back in the title picture, which is going to be one of the biggest mistakes this year they've actually done of far and many. And that's what they've done for Saturday Night Main Event. And then you're thinking, okay, they could promote LA Knight, you could do this, could do that, but they haven't. They've not delivered for the fans that you would expect for a big company to start promoting those new stars. And this is what I stressed on a video only within the last few months here on YouTube that WWE by 2030 you're going to struggle going forward for that organization because the they're not going to have that many main eventers. But don't you find it fishy? In 2025, we've seen reports and wrestlers talking about retirement. Not just because John Cena's retiring. Don't you find it ironically, just after that Saudi deal, you had wrestlers saying they don't know how much longer they've got left and so on like that. Is that to me they don't like the idea of Saudi Arabia having WrestleMania 43? That's what it says to me, and that's why I feel like they don't want to be a part of it. So when you look at this WrestleMania 42 poster and these vignettes what they've been putting out with the shoes, you had people talking about the WWE because they had something to talk about. There's a positive light, their fanfare is and so on going forward for the organization and what actually happens. You let the fans down, and once again, it turns out to be a freaking promotion towards ticket sales. You know, tickets. I've got a feeling people are going to crack under pressure buying the tickets coming to this WrestleMania at Las Vegas next year, and that's just me being honest with you. But then you look at the bigger spectrum of it. You look at these people, and you're thinking, okay, these guys have always been on a poster. There's no new talent on there that you could have used to promote WrestleMania. But is this a hint towards what your night one and night two WrestleMania main event is going to be? Either one of those four that are involved on that poster? Is Paul Heyman going to be involved with one of those guys? once again because they've got history between each other. I feel like he's going to end up working with Cody Rhodes because he's the odd one out on the poster that's not working with Paul Heyman. But then you look at this poster, you're thinking, okay, what's been carrying the company in 2025 so far? And I'll be honest with you, by from the clips what I've actually seen, I literally look and I'm thinking the women have been far superior than the men. You promoting Stephanie Valkyria perfectly, but you starting to do it as an overkill. She doesn't need to work with the likes of Nikki Bella to prove a fucking point that she's one of the dominant females. It's going to get to the point where people are going to be thinking, okay, this is getting stale, this is getting very boring, this is going to be in your face like they did with Charlotte Flair, like you did with Becky Lynch, like you did with Bayley, left, right, and centre. Even though you are promoting a new female to the main roster, she's had a phenomenal year in the WWE, don't get me wrong, but space it out a bit. You don't need to throw it in our face like she's a new talent, she's a new this. Even though I want new talent to be promoted, she's still got a long left on her contract. She's got a long period of time. You don't want to just do it all in one year. You don't want to put too many eggs in one basket, as the old saying goes, because you're going there, and everywhere with her. It makes no sense you are actually teaming her with the likes of Nikki Bella because I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Yes, she's a WWE Hall of Famer, but she shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because there's far superior women that should be in the Hall of Fame before her and her sister. Then you look at the way Nikki Bella is; her moveset is dated. You know, people make excuses. Oh, she's getting older a bit and all this stuff, and I'm like, fuck off. You know, you can't make excuses if a move is dated. I'm still waiting for the reports that when I think it was Natalia and all that lot, when they were in the performance center to get her ring ready, that she's improved a lot superior when she was first in. I technically have not seen any improvement. And whilst I'm talking about the women's division, yeah, you've got the likes of um, Jade Cargill promoted to the women towards the women's title. Is she going to have a run with it being a heel with the title? Job well done, WWE doing that. You know, you built up a long story, and people were getting pissed off. How come she's not won the title yet? How come she's not won the title yet? Now this is a golden opportunity to take on the women's championship of SmackDown. If this happens, fans are going to be happy because, like I've done a video already on this very topic, that you've not promoted black wrestlers towards a world title, let alone a WWE title in some time. You know, and that's saying something. But when it comes to the likes of the women's title, this is a strong contender for it. It's not this is what I mean. It's like you look at what you can do and the way people slay AEW. I'll bring AEW in this video if I want to, and I'm just saying this: if AEW was so bad, why they got former champions? I mean, former AEW wrestlers as their champions, including on NXT. You got Ricky Saints, you got the likes of Ethan Page, now you got Jay Cargill, then you got the likes of Blake Monroe, and I'm like, okay, but I don't like Blake Monroe running. The thing is, but the problem is they've got a point to prove. Yes, they are the champions, but the problem is what fears me when you see certain wrestlers probably go to the main roster in some point in the near distant future. Will they have the same treatment going forward, pushing towards titles? You know, they've lost the pace with the likes of LA Knight. The fans want him to be a champion, to have a run with it, and I feel like he's ready for it, but he's not getting utilized that way. It's the same with the likes of Carmelo Hayes. He should be pushed to the world title or the WWE Championship by now. If you're not going to put him around the United States Champion or the Intercontinental Championship, he should be fighting for gold by now. That's where it lies. When I look at the likes of WrestleMania 42, I can already see this is going to be a 1 week ass card over 2 nights. And it's not going to impress the fans at all. You owe the fans. And people may think WWE don't owe us anything. No, you owe us from the shambles what you've done for the past year. That the amount of WWE fans have been disheartened many times this year. And that's saying something. And it really hurts me to say it that right? I'm not being biased because I watch AEW, but I feel like when you look at what you have become WWE, money is thicker than what you've actually got. Money is the power, and it really frustrates me seeing this actually happen, because you've got great talent there being wasted. This is why I want more matches on the PLE, because then you see wrestlers that we don't hardly see. You know, the format, the way AEW is doing it, WWE should be doing that, if not better, to prove a point why they're the biggest company in the wrestling world. And that's me being honest with you. And it really frustrates me because I see so many potential that went to that company. And it's really annoying. It really is. With the no compete clause thing, and from 90 days to a year to 2 years. Samantha's on 2 year one, which I didn't even fucking realize, even though she's a ring announcer. It's just dark days of WWE. The wrestling fans do not need to rub salt in the wounds and all that lot that you've hurt, but people still watch the product, even though those fans got hurt. And people may say, oh, it doesn't run that deep. It should run that deep because you've invested your time, you've invested your effort, you've invested your money to support that product, and they're not giving back what you want. I know you can't please everyone, but it's just frustrating when you see the likes of the advertisement for WrestleMania, where you don't actually highlight the divisions that you've actually got. You don't even put the tag team division towards the title. I mean, like the advertisement. You just focus on the faces that kissing Triple H's ass that are on that company. I'm surprised they even brought Brock Lesnar back for it. It's biggest headache ever right now, and I'm thinking, what can you do any different that you haven't already done? That's what baffles me. I know everything's been done in wrestling, but when you look at the likes of WWE, you literally are lacking the entertainment side of it with the comedy stuff. Yes, you've got El Maricano, but you wasted two Brits to be his sidekicks that are far talented than some of your main roster that are already up there. And that's not me being biased. This is me being honest. And that's how you treat your up and coming stars. You big them up so much when NXT UK started. Then look at what you do with them. It's just live on false hopes. You really do. And when you got fans backing them and respecting them, Jesus Christ, just shows you. But why are you wasting your time to do this vignette packages and so on to promote WrestleMania tickets? People know they're available. You don't need to prove a point they're available. There was no queues when you literally go on when they did the pre-sale sort of thing. And people are outraged how much you're charging. It's mental to think this is a company that is charging a ridiculous amount of money and people still support it. Yeah, I'm not saying change your fandom. I'm just saying open your eyes a bit. Please open your eyes a bit. That's just my thoughts and opinions.